OBS truck is back, guys. Man, she is sick. You see, we got 1, 2, 3 speakers that are blown and out of it, which we will be replacing a lot of the stuff today. She is prescribed some new PRV speakers, some more SCAR speakers, more PRV speakers, a PRV crossover, which that thing is badass. That's the one that I have in my truck. We do have coils that we will be replacing today. We have a Timpano EQ. We have more RCAs, man, because we need to get her right. This man, she needs to be able to jam, talk. She definitely has some stuff going on inside here. She does have this PRV DSP. Personally, not a fan of the DSPs. Maybe because I just haven't used them that much. I probably only put like 1 or 2 in a car, but it wasn't my thing. I personally like the crossovers. And to me, guys, it's nothing like those dial crossover knobs to really, you know, play with it the way it's supposed to. And one thing that I will say why I like these manual knob crossovers, guys, is obviously he has a stunt wall. Obviously I have a stunt wall. The regular crossover is the best way to go if you are just, you know, just want something sounding good. My truck, the Silverado that's sitting across the street, his Silverado OBS truck, it's just made to just like hang out. Feel that a crossover for the mids and highs is the best way to go, and we're gonna get that in there and dialed in here today. Quick, man, let me stop the video real quick for you guys, man. This video is gonna be dope, but man, check this out. We got the TerraAmps Big Boss 3000, guys. This guy right here is the new one with the lights. Now, this is totally a brand new sealed up amp that we will be opening here right now in a few moments. Let you guys know how this amp could be yours for as little as $10. The TerraAmps, the Big Boss 3K. It does say bass, guys, but if you look on the side, we have the gain, high pass, low pass, frequency, and boost. So pretty much it has the same settings as the MD series. So you can pretty much use this amp either for subwoofers, mids and highs. Man, I honestly would use this guy for mids and highs. For bass as well too, but man, you already know that I love the TerraAmps on these mids to talk. She does have the 4-gauge inputs, guys, the smart cooler fans, which I think they did upgrade on the fans on the TerraAmps, so they're not as loud. Although I wish I could go ahead and test this guy out to see what it really got, but this amp could be yours, guys, so I'm not even gonna rip the label off or anything. But once you actually connect this amp up, man, all this right here, it like has RGB lights and it lights up like crazy. It looks really dope at night. So we're gonna do a quick 1-month giveaway on this, guys. Pretty much we'll let it run for 30 days. The way to get entered, guys, I do have my online store ready to rock and roll. Just simply go to the mousetrapstore.com. The link will be in the first comment of this video and in the description of this video. And all you have to do, guys, is go ahead and purchase these stickers. Got some stickers made of the Silverado build. We have one with the door open and the stunt wall right here. Then we have the one with the door panel. It looks pretty good. You can purchase the Silverado build sticker, and that one will get you 1 entry. And if you go ahead and purchase the door panel build, this will get you 5 entries. But if you go ahead and get the combo pack at one shot, for cheaper the price, you can get 10 entries in on the giveaway. And you never know, just getting 1 sticker, guys, could actually win you this amp. You just go on the website, themousetrapstore.com, purchase some tickets, and man, that'll get you entries in to go ahead and win this amp. Have some popcorn, get yourself a soda, beer, whatever. Let's see what's wrong with the Silverado, man. Let's get it. So for today's video, we are gonna be taking out the SCAR 10s. You're gonna replace those, swap those out for Alto Series 10s on the actual stunt wall itself, so that thing's gonna be talking. Then we are definitely gonna go ahead and swap out all the diaphragms on the horns, make sure everything is good. We are gonna take out that DSP, replace it with the crossover. And now real quick, guys, this is not me. I did not do any of this stuff, you know. When I did the truck, I think we had a smaller battery and we didn't have that DSP, so the battery and that it's all brand new. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that, and then we are gonna go ahead and you see that right there. So there is like a boot or something on the end of that terminal, and that one's almost touching the amp. So we're gonna do something about that because that could be very bad and this truck could burn down. You have the Timpano EQ that we will be putting somewhere here in the back, guys. I still don't know where. I may end up cutting like a slot right here to put it so he can control it back here. So we got quite a bit of work to do today, guys. I feel like it's not a lot of work, but it is going to be time consuming. So man, we're going to get on the grind, get everything done, man, and get this thing talking by the end of the video, guys. So definitely stay tuned. Alright, so the first thing that I'm actually going to do, guys, we're going to pull out all these SCAR speakers. All these horns are blown. So we do have diaphragms for those, which we will be replacing. If you guys haven't seen how to replace them, you're going to see today. This is what actually happened. He says he had went out one day to a hangout, and he was playing the truck. And when he had left, walked around, looked at some other stuff, and when he came back, it didn't sound as loud. So then, you know, obviously speakers probably got burned, unplugged, yada yada yada. We're gonna find that out today. So he says that he lost a lot of volume, and then, you know, a few days later he went to go check and like horns were blown and stuff like that. So he then told me that he did not like the DSP idea, which, like I said, the DSP is probably good, but you know, people, you know, have their preference on stuff. Like I said, I personally do not like the DSP. I like crossovers. And he says once he put the DSP, he just felt like he was blowing more stuff, which, you know, like we all go out, hang out, turn it up, so it's really nobody's fault. You know, it's just electronics. It's going to blow out, especially when we're out hanging out and we're trying to get the most volume out of it. Stuff is going to blow up. So really, you know, there's nothing ways against that. But once we actually set the new crossover in, I actually go ahead and put this crossover in, guys. We are going to dial it in. And you see it's got the levels there, and we'll somewhat make it sound good and keep the level down. But then again, if he wants to crank it up a bit, that's all on him. But the settings, high pass and low pass that we will be going over and setting, I'm going to make sure that very minimum bass goes through the horns, and then maybe a little bit of mid bass going through the speakers as well too. It's just when you're trying to get so much thump out of it, guys, they're not subwoofers, and trying to get all that bass, of course they're going to blow out. So we're going to try to eliminate most of the mid bass out of it, but still keep some in there just to make it sound good. And my idea of, you know, stunt walls or any sounds, I've said in a lot of my videos, I am not here to build the loudest sound systems. I am here to make them play as long as possible, because we are out at these shows, block parties, hangs out, and we're hanging out for hours. And what's the sense of dropping all the money in your stuff if it only plays 3 songs? So my truck, guys, the Silverado, man, we can play that thing for like 5 hours straight. You know what I'm saying? And I've only blown 4 tweeters out of that whole thing, that whole build that's been together for almost like 2 years. The point of, you know, fixing all this stuff right here is to make sure that he does not blow anything, and he can pretty much just go out and hang out and without leaving it blown or anything going awry. So, man, we're gonna get it. So we found the problem why it was cutting out and why anything from here on out was not playing midwise. So I am just going to go ahead and guess that it just had a lot of mid bass going, and it was pushing too much current and like so much jamming through these wires that it did that. But no big deal, you know what I'm saying? We're just going to like really be a little bit more careful with it now, and we're gonna fix it to where it doesn't happen again. And I am going to, I think the new speakers actually have push connections, so you know, we don't need the connections for that. I just pretty much just cut out the problem, guys. I really don't care what it is, you know what I'm saying? And just like that, guys, man, we got all PRVs in the stunt wall. Man, the sun is really working against your boy today, guys. I'm not even gonna lie, but you see it. So that one's still out. It's the 12, but because like I told you, I do have the Timpano EQ that is gonna go back there, that I will probably cut a quick little hole and mount it through there, but I don't know yet. We'll see how it is. I mean, maybe we can put it up top there, knob action. Who knows? We'll find out right now in a little bit. Now that's taken care of. Let me get the, there should be a tweeter right there. Let's get it, this tweeter right here. So it's probably blown, but we're gonna get our tone generator and we are gonna test this guy out. Oh yeah, it's definitely done. I'm gonna get these guys out right now because we do have to change out the diaphragms from them. So let me get those guys out and then we're gonna swap those guys out so you see how it's done. So this horn style is actually different from the other three that are in the truck. So the other three in the truck will look like this, but it has the lens that you can unscrew and you can undo the 4 screws, and then this lower piece separates, and you guys will see here in a little bit, and you just swap out the coil. But since this guy is a metal one, you have to take out these 4 Allen keys, and then this comes up, put the coil back in there, and you know, you got a fresh tweeter. But you know, you guys see this right now, man. Let's go ahead and swap these lenses out and get these horns going, get them back in the truck, then we can start putting in the crossover. Alright, so the horns are in, PRVs are in, so this is pretty much done back here. Only thing left to do is put the EQ, which we will do here in a little bit. But now we actually got to go inside the cab and clean some of this up and take the DSP out and put the PRV crossover in, with us putting the crossover on the PRV amp right here for the horns. We'll be able to like knock out a lot of the bass coming through the horns, because this amp, you know, specifically, it just has high pass, low pass, or full range switch, and then gain up and down. It doesn't have like no frequencies or nothing, so that's actually harmful for those horns. But with that crossover, man, we're gonna get all that fixed.
A few moments later.
All right, so your boy finished the OBS, guys. Man, it looks a lot better with all matching speakers. Let's check it out real quick right before we tune it and let you guys hear it. Guys have it, man. Your boy filled in everything back in there. I think everything should be playing. I did test real quick just to see if we had some hissing sounds, and yes we do, so it's, you know, stuff is working, but it looks so much better with everything matching. Man, it looks real good, man. PRV all the way, guys. Obviously you've seen all these coils got swapped out, so these are freshly rebuilt horn drivers, guys. I went ahead and I added the extra EQ. So the bottom one is just basically for the stunt wall in the back, guys, and the other one's for the inside. He did have front door speakers, and I actually went ahead and ran wires and connected those guys up. This is what I was able to make it look like at the end, but man, we got the post away from the amp looking really good. It looks pretty good, and I'm actually happy the way it turned out, guys. Everything is out the way And for the space that we got to work with, guys, everything is done. All that is left to do, guys, is tune the crossover and get the stunt wall playing. And man, this thing is a done project. We're gonna turn down the EQ down a little bit here on every setting. And then we are gonna come back here. So on the mids, we actually put the crossover at like 80, low pass at 4,500, and the level probably like 3/4 up, and that gives us a nice little like baby mid bass, but you know that thing is talking really good. And we got the high out for the tweeters, and we actually got them at 1,000 hertz, and we probably got them a little bit over halfway, you know, for them not to do that much, you know, crazy talking. And we do have the gain turned down a little bit just so they can last him a little bit longer. With those settings right there, guys, let's go ahead and play some music and see what it sounds like. Now, I did tune it with regular music, but here in a little bit, we'll listen to it, how it sounds with copyright-free music, but obviously it's not the same thing. Man, you see, if you guys are in Florida and the Tampa Bay area, you'll see this truck here and out, and man, he's everywhere, so you'll definitely get to hear it. But it actually sounds and it looks pretty good, guys. I'm actually really happy with the outcome of it. Man, listen, get them PRVs, guys. They are dead. Man, we are on the road to 15,000 subscribers, man. But hit that like. 300 likes on this video. We'll drop that video for the door panels, fiberglass door panels of those 310s, man. You already know what to do, man. Let's get it.